you will see that your vehicle will become useless very soon. So your body will also become useless or very weak if you don't pay any attention. So what you need to do, you have to pay attention to your food, you have to pay attention to sleep, proper rest and to exercise. I can demonstrate some of the exercises, 5 minutes exercises just before meals. If you do, you will not suffer from spondylitis, you will not get backache, so you will be saving lakhs of rupees and lot of time. Now you have so many friends, they gossip with you, they give you company, but when you will start getting diseases, number of your friends would decrease. You will be left all alone. Now you can laugh on useless things. Where there is no humor, you try to create humor. But later, there will be nobody with you. So please make yourself strong so that you can laugh after 40, 60 or 80 years. So there are persons who are of 80, 90 years of life and they are living very happy, very healthy life. So please start paying attention from today itself for all these aspects. Role models. Write your 10 role models. This will help you to know your personality. But don't try to follow them. They worked under certain circumstances and your circumstances are different. So you follow your own path but take inspiration from your role model. So just a few I have put here. This is the choice of many of the students. Attitude. So you should have a positive attitude towards life. I feel pain when I listen about suicide by students. In premier institutes in India, in the last 5 years, there have been a large number of suicides. I am sure if those students would have attended my lectures, they would never have committed suicide. The reason is that is a mistake and they do not realize. So you should have a positive attitude to success. The charm of success lies in the fact that it must not go to your head. Failure breaks many persons. It weakens you. But you have to change your attitude to failure. Those persons who have succeeded, they were different. Their attitude to failure was different. Look at the meaning of failure. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. I am repeating again. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Learn to face failures, not 1, 2, 3, 4, but hundreds of failures. One day you will certainly succeed. It's something very serious I am talking today. You may have laughed in your life, but I know inside you are hollow. Your laughter is not filled with life because you will soon become sad, you will soon become unhealthy if you do not pay attention to all the aspects. Many students come to me for advice. What is scope of biotechnology? I said, please go to somebody else. Their parents come for this advice. I said, please ask somebody else. You have selected wrong person. They become curious. No, we want to know from you. Then I tell them that I do not select a subject because a subject has more scope. I tell them that my philosophy is that the scope of the subject will increase the subject in which I will step in. जिस subject में मैं पैर रखूंगा, उस subject का scope बढ़ जाएगा. That should be your spirit. Please don't come to engineering, science, medical thinking that these subjects have more scope. I tell you from my personal life some experiences. My daughter said to me in 11th, Papa, math बहुत मुश्किल लगता है. Math appears very difficult. So I told her कि तेरे बाप को नहीं आया, तेरे को कैसे आ जाएगा? कहती पापा छोड़ दूं. मैंने कहा कि मैं किसी को ना कोई सब्जेक्ट रखने के लिए सलाह देता हूँ, ना छोड़ने के लिए. So let me tell you, I was head of department in IIT, which is premier institute, and so she dropped math. Then in 12th, she said, Papa, मैं डॉक्टर भी नहीं बनना, इंजीनियर भी नहीं बनना, साइंटिस्ट भी नहीं बनना, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर भी नहीं बनना, लॉयर भी नहीं बनना, तो कोई ट्यूशन नहीं लेनी, कोई कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम नहीं लेना. So I said, okay, that's your wish. I was head of the department, head of biotechnology department at IIT Roorkee. So throughout that year 12, which is very crucial year in the age of the student, very crucial, I devoted only, I think, 20 minutes. I gave her only 20 minutes in 1 year. In 1 year, I gave her only 20 minutes to her study. And what was the result? She didn't take tuition, very little. Sometimes she said some friends are going, I'll go. I said, okay, take money. What was the result? 95% marks in chemistry, 95% in chemistry, in physics, and 100% in biology. I thought I should give her something. I succeeded in arranging to send her to meet a Nobel laureate, physics 1993 Nobel laureate, and she interviewed him. And that Nobel laureate put her interview on his home page on Texas University. Even now, if you look at the home page of the Nobel laureate on Texas University, so that Russell House has put that interview. My daughter was less than 18 years old. And you know what she did after coming back? She said, Papa, no more science. She joined BA English Honours. So she got BA. And then she got MA. After BA, she got MA. From where? From Paris, where 28 prime ministers and presidents studied. And now, immediately after her MA, she got a job not less than any IIT graduate. She is working in an international company. Whenever she is going on her official meetings, in my entire life I stayed at 5-star hotels 4 or 5 times. But every time, whenever she is going for official assignment, her company puts her in 5-star hotel. So arts is also not less important subject. So with MA, she got a decent job for herself in an international company. So you can succeed, get prestigious job in any field. So here are the poems from one of my friends. I do not walk on the path, paths are made when I walk. This fellow failed in IIT entrance examination and medical entrance examination, became Nobel laureate. So don't be upset if you fail in these competitive exams. This lady applied for faculty positions at Calcutta University. 2 times she was rejected. After 20 years, she became head of department at Oxford University. Many times I asked the student, why didn't you come yesterday? Why you have not done this work? Sir, I had headache, I had ache in leg, I had this pain, that pain, something. Look what this person is saying. He's saying, pain makes me stronger. I had a lot of pain throughout my career and I have managed to play with it. He had been #1 tennis player in the world. Look what he's saying. Just a few days back, this was headline in the newspaper. Pain makes me stronger. Please tell yourself this thing. Human resource. One important factor for your success is your human resource, number of persons and the quality of persons. Relationships. How you behave, networking, how you behave with other persons, that will. So normally parents give advice to their sons and daughters. Don't talk to too many persons. Just you should have 1 or 2 friends and just attend your class and come back home or go to your hostel. Their intentions are right, but their approach is not right. I gave a different advice to my students and even to my daughter. I said that learn to assess other persons, interact more with good persons and avoid bad persons. So this way you would generate your human resource. I am happy to tell you that my human resource is now probably more than 1 lakh persons. So this would help you. Leadership qualities. Learn to be a leader. start at a very small level. So this is not taught. You never get training. So start training yourself. The moment you will get job, the moment you will rise little bit, you will have to act like a leader. If you have not been trained, you will fail. It's easy to work hard, but it is very difficult to get work done from others. Creativity. Creativity is the ability to invent and develop new and original ideas. It's as important as hard work. Parents tell work hard, teachers tell work hard, but they don't pay any attention to the creativity of the students, of their sons and daughters. Creativity needs nurturing. It needs special environment. It can flourish only in certain conditions. So it is very, very important. So please pay attention to it as my request to the parents and to the teacher that please look to this. This is very important. Google homepage is very good example of creativity. Every day they are showing it differently. Now the advertisements are very creative these days. Some of those you may be watching. So you need creativity, and this creativity, sometimes even without hard work, you can get big success merely with creativity. What happens that parents are rather suppressing creativity, not to give proper environment. Similarly, teachers are suppressing creativity. Student asks the question and teacher try to snub that student. They don't encourage question. Progress can come only from question. The moment the student starts asking questions, those are the initial signs of beginning of journey to success. So encourage students to ask questions, whatever uncomfortable those questions may be. The teacher should tolerate. They should listen to more and more questions, and students shouldn't hesitate to ask those questions. I can give some examples that where I asked the question and I got a very interesting reply. Now I will give you some examples from life. Some person where these aspects were very, very prominent. So few I have written. There are many hundreds of examples, but very prominent I have written. So I will introduce. So here is the person, a very, very interesting person, very, very important person. So fortunately others are knowing. I was knowing about this person earlier, but now this person is new. Uncertain childhood. So this person had uncertain childhood. Uncertain that his mother was a student when he was born and she had no resources to take care of him. So because of social problems, she was not able to marry her boyfriend. So she had to give her son for adoption. So Steve Jobs couldn't remain with his mother right from the birth. Only for a few days he was with mother and couldn't get opportunities to see his biological father. And then he is a college dropout. Studied in school, entered college. After 6 months, he dropped out of college. He has no college degree. Look his achievements. Revolutionized the 6 industries: personal computers, animated movies, music, phones, tablet computing, digital publishing. So he revolutionized 6 industries without any formal education, without any financial support. His biography has been recently published. He died very recently, and 20 days after her death, his biography has been published by a very reputed author who wrote biographies of Henry Kissinger and others. So I recommend to all of you to read his biography. The book is slightly expensive. I would request this institution to buy it for the library. While reading the book, you have to understand that social structure. He was in a different society, so few parts of the book may be shocking to you, but that was a different society. I would like to show you this book. So please read this book. He didn't study in college. He has no degree. And such an important person became billionaire, well known, and this iPhones, iPad, personal computer, the shape of the personal computer is because of this. So he gave us the first personal computer, the proper. So please read this book. It's costing 799 rupees. Not bad. So wanted to become a saint. He was wearing sandals, or he was barefoot earlier, and he had grew long hair and lived in a village with some saint in India. He has Indian connection also. Had he not gone back from India, there again worked, so we may not have seen personal computer. He wanted to be saint. This person was studying in America. Then America started fighting Vietnam. So he was sent to Vietnam forcefully. He didn't want to go. All young Americans had to fight. You may be knowing that in many countries, for everybody, military training for certain period is necessary. So he was so upset there. He was a good sports person, good swimmer, good athlete, but there he became so upset, he decided to commit suicide in Vietnam. He jumped into sea and started swimming away from land. He thought that he will go so far away from land that he will have no energy left to come back. He looked back, he couldn't see land. That means he was few kilometers inside sea, all alone. And then suddenly he saw a shark in front of him. And by seeing shark, he changed his mind. I don't want to commit suicide. He turned back, and he was a good swimmer, could come back. He came to his barrack, situation soon changed, that a war stopped, he was sent back to America, completed his education, got job. So if it happened in your life, and you decide so, then your perception would be wrong. Life had so much left for him. Last year, all newspapers in the world carried headlines of his research. Time magazine published him as 100 most influential people of the world. So please don't make the mistake which J. Craig Venter made. He has written his autobiography, and that's very interesting. Please do read that. Married an Italian. Marriage didn't work. A son was born. Then she married another Italian. Then a daughter was born. That marriage also didn't work. She was a communist. So intelligence of Hitler came to know, and she was arrested. So she was in prison for 6-7 years, Second World War time, and there was nobody to take care of her son. So her son was left on the road. After 7 years, she came out of prison and found her son in a hospital down with typhoid and malnutrition. She picked up her son, came back to America, and put him in school. Her son became Nobel laureate in 2007. So this is a long story, I don't have time. So this person in childhood had nobody to take care. Nobody knows who took care, and he became a Nobel laureate. So don't get disheartened if you have some problems. There are some deficiencies, some weaknesses. This person was 17 years old, studying in school, not interested in study. He and his friends were interested in hunting. One day during hunting, his friend accidentally shot him in the forearm, left forearm. So his left forearm had to be amputated. He was a left-hander. So it was and then started paying attention to study, completed school. In college he went to chemistry teacher. Sir, I would like to study chemistry, biochemistry. Teacher said that you go to law. In science you need both hands. You have to do practicals. So it will be very difficult for you to manage with one hand. This fellow insisted, no, I would like to study this subject. In 1946, he was awarded Nobel Prize in Medicine Physiology. So you have two hands, and why you get worried? This person had only one hand, and he could reach to Nobel Prize winning position. So you should take inspiration from such. This person's father was a shoe repairer, had no money to send his son to school. One day, a lady was getting her shoe repaired. She said that please send your son, he was 5 years old playing. Please send your son to my school, I will not charge any money. That's how Sidney Brenner entered school. He didn't look back. He is 2002 Physiology Medicine Nobel Prize winner, very humble person, one of the founders of molecular biology. This person is from near Meerut, his village is near Meerut. Has no first division in academic career, only second divisions and third divisions. Comes from very ordinary family, no strong financial background, and MSc in chemistry, never studied biology till MSc. And after MSc he was technical assistant for 10 years in Delhi. You know where he reached? He was offered faculty position by Emory University of USA. Now presently he is a scientist in Emory University USA, leading a big research group and publishing 10 papers in immunology field every year. He is a very reputed scientist, very high-ranking scientist with no first division in academic career. So don't get disheartened if you get less mark. He was working in our lab. He was technician in our lab when I was in JNU. This person came from Pakistan, family was uprooted. His education is only